Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tartar Zone's Christmas Who Zone. And we are here for the very first Matt Smith Christmas special, which is a Christmas carol. So, yeah, it's been, uh, yeah, this, I wasn't at the time a big fan of this, but it's grown on me over the years. I will say that. So very, uh, it'll be very interesting to see if my opinions change on that. But before we get into all of that, obviously, I want to let you know what's going on tonight. So, Friday Night Contact is back tonight, and me two guests will be Problem Being and Cultivated Media Incorporated, formerly Ballstreck, will be joining me, and there is plenty and plenty to talk about because it's been a mad time for DC. The shit has hit the fan. There's going to be plenty of stuff to talk about there. John Barrowman and Eve Miles. Was there a fallout? Wasn't there a fallout? Um, Eve Miles now has broken her silence on the whole situation. So we'll be covering that again as well tonight. So just in case people are saying, well, you did a video and all on this situation, are you going to follow it up? Yes, we will talk about it tonight, or I will certainly talk about it tonight. And there's plenty of other stuff to talk about that's going on TV at the moment. A few TV recommendations as well I'm going to make to some people out there, and lots of other stuff to come. So join us tonight. That's 9 p.m. If you're in the UK or Ireland, that's 9 p.m. in the UK and Ireland. So I reckon that's what, around 4, 5 o'clock or something, or maybe it's 6 o'clock in the, no, it's 5 hours, isn't it? 5 hour, 6 hour space. So in the States, it's around 5 or 6 in the evening. So come and join us because it's going to be very, very interesting, as I said. And of course, we will have the two lads, obviously, debating about their electronics as they always do. Obviously, we don't want to get too bogged down on that um, at the start. So we'll leave that till the end before we go. A bit of fun, a bit of banter, because there is plenty to discuss. So yeah, as I said, we're here for a Christmas carol. So I'm going to get me a copy ready, and we'll check and see who's in the chat. I know everybody is busy with Christmas, so these watch along streams seem to get the views after the fact, which is fantastic. So I just want to say to everybody that's been tuning in after the fact, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. I know everybody's busy with Christmas and stuff like that, and some of you will be busy still getting your Christmas shopping in and getting your last minute bits and pieces in. But obviously, we're coming to the end game now, so everybody will be getting there or thereabouts. Don't do what I used to do, which is I used to do my Christmas shopping literally on the last day, so Christmas Eve. Um, don't do that crap anymore. Everything is done. The only thing now, we've ordered obviously a turkey and all now, so we go and collect that and the other bits and pieces that we need to get. So we've only got to get the food shopping in, and we're not getting any rubbish in either. We're just gonna just have a nice dinner. That's it. So let's see who's in the chat. So we've got the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS in the chat at the moment. We've got 3 people watching. If you want to pop in the chat and say hello, please do. I smell Hoovians. Love at Merry Christmas, one and all. My favorite of all the Christmas specials, says the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Yeah, a lot of people do. I will say that a lot of fans do love this one. Obviously, my favorite one is Voyage of the Damned. Um, but not all of Matt Smith's Christmas specials were bad. Some of them were now, but we'll get to them. And then obviously we'll get to Peter Capaldi's. And remember, all of that is to happen before we get to Christmas Day. So, because Christmas night, hopefully, when everything's settled down, as I said, we'll be a bit wrecked after Christmas. So, Christmas Day. So, as I said, when Cheryl goes to bed, doesn't matter what time it is, we'll be doing, whether it's if it's a late night stream, we'll be doing it, but we'll be doing Peter Capaldi's final special, Christmas special, which is Twice Upon a Time. Oh, you mean the wardrobe one? You don't even have to mention which one it is. Everybody knows which one it is. Um, I mean, that story had huge potential, and there's some good bits in it. It's just awful. It's Moffat just trying to be too clever. Moffat trying to be too clever to, integrate the line "The Witch in the Wardrobe" into Doctor Who, and it doesn't quite work. I mean, A Christmas Carol does, so I'll give him that one. But yeah, he got it wrong with that one. But we will get to that one, obviously. I don't know. Is that next? I think that might be the next one anyway. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the countdown. If anybody comes in later, let me know, and I will give you a timestamp. So without further ado, I am going to do the countdown. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And here we go on a planet here. Always starts off with an old planet, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. Oh, this is Amy and Rory's honeymoon. Yes. Yes, everybody was having a bit of a laugh at that one. Oh, I think of all the Christmas episodes, they all have flaws out of their own, but I love them all. They set themselves aside, and it felt like Christmas and Chibs taking that away. Bah humbug. No, look, as I've said, Doctor Who, Christmas Day, we've all been used to it since the New Who era, and it has become part and parcel of Christmas. I do agree with you. It doesn't matter how average, good, or bad a Doctor Who episode is on Christmas. You are right. There's something completely different, and they are what they are, and they don't pretend to be anything else. But I suppose it's good that we do have high expectations and we expect good Christmas stories. So it's a testament to the show because it's done well in the past, especially the RTD era Christmas specials. So there is a level of expectation, I suppose. But you are right, the part and parcel. When Chibs took that away, absolutely, I was gutted, mate. Gutted. What are you saying there? Trivia. The captain of the ship becomes the bad leading lady in Class. Yeah, I know. I watched Class. Class gets a lot of stick. I could see what they were trying to do with it. And I'll defend it because within that series, there are actually some good episodes. And that ending, I don't care what anybody says. I said it. It was the best ending to a spin-off season finale. That ending, I was not expecting that at the end, and we never got to see it completely because Big Finish didn't have the rights to do that, so they wrote a different story altogether and ignored it. But I was so looking forward to seeing what they were going to do in season 2, even though the fourth season was. It's not awful as people make it out to be. Some of the concepts were really, really interesting, but Peter Capaldi's cameo was a bit out of place, but I did love it. I'm not going to lie. Class is better than what people make it out to be. Again, as well, though, I will say this. I will blame the fact that it wasn't promoted very heavily. Just like this era of Doctor Who, and you seen what happened there. The ratings nosedived. Same with Class. Class never got the promotion it deserved. And I know people would look at it and say They injected all this woke stuff in it. But as I said, if you ignore that and you actually see what they tried to do, it's an interesting show. Oh, we're geeks. We demand the best for our fandom, and we wouldn't be fans if we didn't demand less. Exactly. It's why I. It's why I'm so bitter and angry at certain people out there, because there's a lot of people, Christian, as you know, out there, because we've all seen it with our own eyes, that have allowed their standards to drop because Chris Chibnall dropped the standards and they didn't want to seem to be the ones picking on Chibs. This is why I get a lot of stick, because I have high expectations for the show and I won't lower my expectations for nobody. A showrunner's job is to exceed everybody's expectation anyway. It's not just a fan demand, but as a fan who has watched the show for a number of decades now, and a good number of decades, oh, Jesus, I mean, the 80s. I feel old now, but I'm not, obviously I'm not old, but you feel old. Um, but you should never lower your standards. You should never lower your standards. Peter Capaldi got a raw deal. Obviously, the scripts were very uneven, but I don't know. Serious 8. See, Serious 8 is bad, but within Serious 8, there's a few decent episodes. But I think in Serious 9 and Serious 10, Moffat did kind of find his flow with Peter's Doctor. The one problem with Moffat's era, though, was when he killed someone off, he just couldn't keep them dead. Yeah, Capaldi. That's what I said. Capaldi got a raw deal, but you look at Serious 9. I mean, you got what's a Face of the Raven, and then you've got probably one of the best episodes that was written after that in Heaven Sent. We won't talk about Hellbent, but some people defend Hellbent. I still can't defend Hellbent. I still think it's an absolute travesty of an episode. But anyway, that's my opinion on it. But Moffat did get some things right with Peter Capaldi's Doctor. I mean, Serious 10 gets an awful lot of stick as well. Okay, Bill Potts didn't have to tell us every 5 minutes that she liked women, right? We got her the first time, and that was fair enough, right? But that relationship, that friendship, that student professor dynamic. I love that I did. And Bill Potts, in my opinion, is a very underrated companion. I think she's a great companion. She had real emotion as well. And I think Peter loved working with her, and having Matt Lucas in there as the comedy element, I thought struck the balance very well. Anyway, look at Matt Smith there now with a bit of smoke, black smoke on his face there. You have 900 years in time. See, this is the thing I did like about Moffat. Little lions like that. In 900 years of time travel, I've never met anybody that wasn't important. Like, I mean, I love his face. It's Matt Smith's face. He always sells these things. You know me, I'm easily put. Oh, I love Matt Smith. It's that sort of trading. I love it. Oh, wow. Sorry, I had a phone call. Had to leave for the last 3 minutes. Ah, not a bother, man. You're all good. You're all good. Ah, yeah, I was just saying, as I said, I mean, yeah, Peter Capot, Series 8 obviously was a bit uneven, but I think by Series 9, Moffat got into his flow. And as I said, I mean, you look at that season, you had Face of the Raven, and then, as I said, probably the most, well, probably the best written episode of well, New Who, definitely, anyway, in Heaven Sent. And then you had, obviously, we won't speak about Hellbent, the less said, but I just think that was a travesty of an episode. And then Series 10, obviously we did have Bill Potts, and she did like to tell us that she fancied women every 2 minutes. But other than that, Bill Potts was a great companion. She showed a lot of raw emotion. I did like the dynamic between those two, professor and student kind of relationship. And that's why I like that David and Donna. It's just a friendship. I like that dynamic, those two dynamics when it comes to the doctor and the companion traveling together. That's the dynamic that I'd like to see. And I think Series 10 is seriously underrated. I think people just by Series 10 had gotten fed up with the messaging and stuff like that. And, a lot of people tuned out, which I think is a pity because Series 10 was actually pretty decent, I have to say. You did have the three monk episodes, which I would argue the first one's decent. Well, was it 2 monk? Is it 2 monk episodes or 3 monk episodes? Or there was an episode that was suggesting that those monks, and then those 2 monk episodes. I get confused, but there was those episodes. I have lunch at 12:45 p.m. My time, I think that's 5:40, quarter to six. If you're still on and you'd like, I can jump on and talk Christmas Carol. Yeah, it was a 3 episode monk. Yeah, it was. Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, I don't. These streams are not really long, but if you do get back before I finish up, then yeah, you can pop on. Um, I don't really stay. I stay for the length of the episode, and I just give the rating, and then I just leave because I'll be streaming tonight. But as I said, we got loads to talk about tonight. So if you're not busy and you want to pop on and give your opinion on the DC stuff and all of the other stuff that's going on, then you're more than welcome to do so. There isn't a lottery. I love the way that's a. It does echo a Christmas Carol. It's one of my favorite movies. I have to say. I've already watched the Patrick Stewart version, and yeah. What was the other one I watched? It wasn't Albert Finney. It was the other one. What's his face? I can never think of his name. Could picture his face. But yeah, I watch all the different versions of A Christmas Carol. I'm not a big fan of the animated ones though. I know everybody loves the animated ones, but I've never been a fan of them. I like the live action. The face on him while he's watching the screen. That's the one. George C. Scott. That's the one, and the David Warner version. I can never get his name, but I watched that the other week. Like, it's a great movie, man. Love it. He loves a cupboard, and then in the next episode, or the next Christmas special, if it is, he ends up in a wardrobe. Yeah, he crisps. Have you ever watched Mary Poppins? No, why? Because that comparison would have been really horrible. I mean, the writing is just Saul Moffat or Saul Moffat's era. We got 5 people watching right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. These are watching. Pop into the chat, say hello. So we're watching a Christmas Carol, and we are 18 minutes and 43 seconds in. And he's done the screwdriver on the piece of rope now. They're trying to catch a fish. Of course, this is where all hell breaks loose because, why you're really interested in fish. And it's because all the kids talk about and he can't. He wasn't there. So he's never been scared. Well, he's been scared of his father, of course. But, kids love being scared by, scary stories and, you know, things that they don't quite understand. And this is why this kid was so desperate to see a fish because he wanted to see, why those kids were scared. When it was alluded to that all the ideas for Christmas special were spent during Chibnall's era, era, I wrote immediately a fanfic idea. I mean, look, the Chibs era, when people finally have the courage to speak up truthfully about that era, a lot of people that spoke out against it will be vindicated. But until then, as I said, the one thing I didn't like, I said it the other day in a stream as well. I didn't like the way a lot of people kind of disappeared and now they're back now and they're dictating stuff in the fandom. Like John Barrowman should apologize again and all of this other stuff. Like, I'm sorry, you didn't stick through Doctor Who during his bad time, and you decided to walk away, and now you are back because RTD and David Tennant's back, so you think it's going to be good again, and now you are trying to throw your weight around in the fandom and dictate to everybody, leave it out. I say go back into the holes you all crawled from. The Doctor Who saved Christmas, the 25th of December, has been wiped out of existence through the universe. That date no longer exists, and 12 and Ardle must find out why. Ah, that's interesting. There's a shark in my bedroom. I mean, the CGI for this shark holds up. When I wrote that fanfic idea, everyone wants to know more. Poor Sharky is dying. Maybe you should put it out there for this Christmas because, no Christmas special obviously this year because the schedule is already out anyway, but no special this Christmas. So, oh, this is where he brings him down to the room. And there's a big Christmas tree there. So his father had a Christmas tree up. I love his face when the doctor just pops in. You should. RTD is very open with fans on Instagram and all that. So you never know until you try. I'm sure you guys do get a lot of people on. You've had a lot of celebrities on, so I'm pretty sure, you know, RTD would be interested. See, here's the thing that about this story though that kind of bugs me. So the doctor has a time machine, right? You mean to tell me that he couldn't go through time somewhere and find a cure for whatever Abigail had and save her life? Or am I missing something? Which means if the other half of the screwdriver is there, the shark. I do love this scene with the shark. Go, go, go. Never turn your back. You obviously haven't watched horror movies, kid. See, it is very. There is some scenes in this where it's very good, where the shark fin in the fog, the mist, I should say. Oh, here she is. She's singing away now, Katrin Jenkins. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because once he seen her, then that's it. It changed it all. Yeah, yeah. Now I get it. Yeah. Sometimes my brain needs to wake up. But there she is singing away there now, singing to a shark in the mist. I mean, what more could you want from a Christmas special? You know? I was just hoping she'd sing Little Donkey, Little Donkey. Yeah, I'm pretty sure RTD too. I'm I'm pretty sure he's not gonna let us down. Um I'm not naive to think that there won't be demands asked of him and demands that he'll have to meet. But the issue will be for me has always been when it came to the Chibs era was the writing. So for me, if RTD delivers on the writing side of it, and he actually does what he did in his first era and develops these characters well and gives them, you know, good, interesting stories and gives the audience interesting stories and plots and subplots, then I'll be happy. I'll be happy. I just don't want them. There is one little fear that I have is that he might play it safe for Shooty's fourth season, or he'll play it safe for the 60th. What I mean by play it safe is he'll give us everything that's familiar to us for the 60th. Now, obviously, if you've been listening to all the rumors out there flying about, there's going to be obviously new doctors and all doctors appeared in this 60th anniversary, apparently, right? Now, we did speak about it on this channel way back when RTD was announced. We had people in the know, we had them on the channel as well, and they were speaking about all of this, right? Um, the original plan was always for RTD to have other doctors in the 60th. The thing that he was annoyed with is that Chibs decided that for his last special, he would have the classic doctors back, which you're seeing. So now, RTD now is like, it's people have said it's a continuation of the power of the doctors, not necessarily, but he will feature other doctors in the 60th anniversary. It's an anniversary special. Of course, other doctors are going to appear. There is no way that we're getting through that 60th anniversary and other doctors are not going to appear. You don't even need a rumor or a leak out there to tell you this, right? It's the 60th anniversary special, right? David Tennant showed up for Matt Smith's one, right, when he was doing the 50th, right? And apparently Christopher Eccleston was 89% in, and then he obviously pulled out for some whatever reason he pulled out for, right? And then we got that cameo by Tom Baker, right? Anniversary special, there's always going to be surprises, right? And the thing about it as well, don't be surprised if other companions return either. And the classic companions that you saw in the last episode. Don't be surprised by anything that RTD does. But I think the Christmas special, as we were reported on this channel, I think it'll be something familiar to us all while adding something new. But at the same time, then, by the time we get to shoot his fourth season, I think it's going to be absolutely completely different to what we know Doctor Who. And it's just going to be something either amazing or it can go the other way. But I trust RTD to do right by this show. I don't think he'd be back otherwise. No, man, this shouldn't be revisited. That timeless look at a lot of fans are saying, "Oh, it has to be retconned." It's not getting look at it's not getting retconned, right? Now he might ignore it, not acknowledge it. That's fair enough. If people want to take that as a retcon, they can. But he's not retconning this. Why should RTD fix? I've been saying this for months anyway, over a year. I'm sick and blue in the face saying it. Why should RTD have to fix the mistakes of Chibs? Right? Nobody likes the time. This is what annoys me about the fandom. Nobody likes the timeless children, right? They don't like the whole thing that happened to the Time Lords. They don't like what happened to the Doctor's origins, right? With the whole timeless children nonsense and all that other stuff that came with it, right? And the fob watch. But yeah, they're telling, they're saying that basically RTD has to fix it. Why would you want him to go back and relive something that you all hated so much? It makes no sense. The best thing for RTD to do, and I said it all along, is to just ignore the whole lot. Just ignore it, man. Just pretend it like what they do with the movie. Just ignore it, man. Some fans love the movie. I'm not slating the movie, by the way. But what I'm saying is the movie is there, right? Some people take it as canon, other people don't, right? But it's there. It'll be the same with this era of Doctor Who. Some people will think it's canon, and some people, a lot of people, I should say, though, don't think it's canon. And that's the way it'll be. And that's the way it should be, in my opinion. No disrespect to Jodie Whittaker or Chris Chibnall. The bottom line is the two of them were way over their heads, and that last 5 years was the result of that. So, let's knock it on the head now. Let's move forward. Let's see what RTD can give us. Because I tell you, it's going to be better anyway than the last few years, the last 7, 8 years maybe that we've had, right? Simple as that. Oh, there he is now, all older now, and he wants to chat her up now because he's older now, boys and their hormones. It'd be a big mistake anyway, in my opinion, if he touched it. That's my opinion on it. It's been a while since I've actually given an opinion on this whole thing again, Chibs. Kind of trying to move on from it. It's hard though, 'cause people out there want my opinion on everything now. Well, sometimes, I've said enough over the last 5 years. I think people know my opinions. Nothing's ever gonna change. The card trick. Imagine someone saying you're not having Christmas dinner on Christmas Day, you're having it on Christmas Eve. Now, I wonder, did the doctor go through time and get them the Christmas dinner? Oh, those two are getting very romances in the air. Are they doing footsies? Oh no, they're doing handsies under the table. Handsies under the table. Yeah, she means like you feck off because it's a private matter. Good luck, night. And then he crashes. Matt Smith's doctor played the awkward very well. Seriously, he does the awkward and clumsy doctor very well. Oh, we got a little visitor. It's Ted. Ted has been unwell. He has a bit of a stomach thing, bug or something. Um, he's been a bit under the weather the last couple of days, but yeah. Will I put you up on your chair? Hold on, buddy. Oh, come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, come on. There you go. There you go. Now, good lad. Yeah, you kind of feel sorry for dogs because they can't tell you what's wrong with them, you know? Now, Legend of the Travelling TARDIS says, feel better, Ted. Yeah, it's just, Ted is one of those dogs, though, you literally bring him out and he'll go into places because, we're in an enclosed apartment block. So, you know, um, we let him run around and stuff. But he must have licked something or he ate something. Or we're not sure. Can't be the food because he loves the food that he gets. He gets proper like nutritional dog food with meat, obviously, because But it's a balanced diet. It's an expensive dog food, especially designed for different size dogs and stuff like that. So yeah, he's getting the best of stuff. He must have. Well, he ripped me Santa hat up, so I don't know if he chewed on something that he shouldn't have chewed on, or and that's another thing we know. The doctor is socially awkward, but it never got in his way to say and do the right things needed to be done. And the moment, and at that moment, it could have been Jodie's finest, and it was a total letdown. Yeah, there was yeah, obviously the particular scene in question with Bradley Walsh caused an awful lot of backlash, and the BBC kind of in their pathetic little way wasn't really an apology. It was trying to explain the context of the scene, and if a show has to do that, they're already in the wrong anyway. Public opinion. Even the other side of the fandom, some on that side of the fandom were disgusted by it as well. Some still defend it to this day, which is baffling to me. But yeah, it showed how cold and uncaring that doctor was, and I don't know if that was Chris Chibnall's intention, but he certainly framed it that way anyway. No, he's angry at the doctor now because she told him. Oh, because she can't come out again. If she comes out, she's gonna be deaded, teddy bear. She's gonna be deaded. How are you, buddy? You snuggling up beside me? Oh, you really are sick. Because normally you don't even want to sit anywhere near me, buddy. It's all about mammy these days. Oh, See, I think if the doctor hadn't have showed up at the window the way he did before he took the screwdriver out, I think he would have pressed the screwdriver. But because he saw the doctor there, and basically the doctor was proving that he would like try contact them, then the Kazaran was basically, well, I'm not going to use it. Fuck you. Oh, there's the table, and it looks all old. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get, as you said, when he announced he's writing to him, we were all dumbfounded, to be quite honest with you. There's no problem bringing in new talent. I'm not saying you shouldn't encourage new talent. You should always. Um, but Jib's biggest mistake was he didn't have experience with him. And you think he'd have experience because he's written for Doctor Who. Not great episodes, I must say, but still, he had some experience of it. He tried to do something bold with it, and it didn't work, basically. Oh, they're all singing on the ship now, aren't they? Yeah, I know. It's a good scene. Exactly, yeah. This scene that's coming up now shortly is great. I'm still on the part where the ship is going through the sky now. They've beamed Kazra, well, projected him onto the ship. So technically, the doctor is responsible for him being grumpy. It's like that thing where, you know, the event has already happened before, or he's already grumpy before we've actually, before, it's weird. It's happening as he's rewriting his history. Kazran. He doesn't hit the kid though. That's the thing. That's why he's different to his father. And he didn't hit that kid. Yeah, man. I'm just what it's on that scene now. He's hugging him now. I mean, it is, but you are right. The brilliance of Moffat here is just brilliant. Now he realizes he's changed him so much. Oh, That's the thing. It is hard. Which day could you actually choose? And she's just after coming out now. Oh, have you leave the ice now? Holy shit, man! Even the end of the end of Time Part Two really got to me, and I actually hate that whole vanity of David Tennant's Doctor. But Jesus, boy, God, that got to me as well. Oh, here she goes. I mean, it's a good way to get our voice into the show. No. Rory, he gets all the credit. Well, it's fair if you think about it. He didn't want to give the doctor credit. Do-do-do-do. Oh, there they are. Matt's doctor always tried to find the good in people or redeem them in some way, if they were redeemable, of course. Rory is Harry Sullivan with a better development. Well, and they're trying to avoid the question. He wants to know why they're dressed like that. Oh yeah, there was always a thread at the end of there's always a little subplot in Moffat's episodes because he never leaves anything. Uh-huh. Great last line. Right, I'll give it me rating. As I said, this has kind of grown on me over the year. It's this last scene though, but I suppose they were gonna do that, weren't they? But yeah, not as bad. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Just give us a second because Ted's trying to get up on his chair. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Oh, the coming soon trailer. Let's see what this coming soon trailer was. Oh, this was the doctor's wife. Oh, the impossible astronaut. Oh, we like that one. I actually did like the start of that season. Actually, very good. The silence will fall. The impossible astronaut, and you cannot ask us, Doctor. Do. That's a fucking rapid trailer. Ah, yes. Do. See these eyes, the old eyes. This trailer was epic. And then the silence right at the end. Cracking little trailer. Cracking. Anyway, there you go with all its quirks and continuity. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, says the legend of the traveling TARDIS. And I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think, yeah, absolutely good, solid episode, I have to say. And yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say about it. The acting in it is superb. It does have real heart. I have to say, I forgot how much this pulls on your heartstrings. But as I said, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is a good score. And Legend of the Traveling TARDIS obviously gave it a 10 out of 10. So yeah, if you're watching later on, let us know in the comment section what you would rate this story. Be absolutely fascinated to see where you actually rate this. So as I said, folks, we will be back later on tonight. So come and join us for Friday Night Contact, where our guest will be Problem Being and Cultivated Media Incorporated, aka formerly Boldstreck. So come and join us for that stream. We got plenty to talk about. So for now, I'll say cheerio. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Really appreciate it. And we will talk to you very, very soon, folks. Goodbye.